in the Islamic education system in Egypt? Can you understand? Can you get my question?
Ulang lagi, Mas.
So that's specifically for religious schools or Islamic school in Egypt. We know that globalization can affect in the Islamic culture and tradition. This is, of course, can make students feel far from the values and practice of Islam. So how does globalization affect in the Islamic education system in Egypt?
Ya, thanks for the question. Dulu saya mau sebutkan tentang sesuatu. Di Mesir juga ada Al-Azhar School. Oke, ini beda dengan private dan government school. Jadi di Al-Azhar School, besides the subject, the normal subject like history and English and science, they already study about Sharia. Okay, so after Al-Azhar School is a district about Islam. So after they finish, they have a specific university like Al-Azhar University. So every person who study in Al-Azhar School can be joined to Al-Azhar University. And they study about Sharia and about our Islam. But more than the public school or government school, like Islam, the normal Islamic school. So in normal Islamic school, it's not strict about wearing hijab or something like this. So in Islamic school, there is a lot of people not wearing hijab, okay? But in Azhar school, you need hijab inside the class, okay? And it's different also in the Christian school. In Christian school, there is not most of them, but small people who wearing hijab, because Islam and Christian, it's the same. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Okay. Jadi ini about Islamic. We are know about our Islam, so we are not district about Islam. Okay, so we are like open-minded person. Okay, so we because in my country there is Muslim people and Christian people, and also there is Jewish. So we live together but peacefully. So not district about if I had a lot of my friends from Christian friends. If they need help, I will help them. So I don't, because they are Christian, I will not help them something like this. Yeah, because in our country also we have mixed school, like Christian and Muslim teach together, but we have a specific religion. So we have subject for Christian and subject for Islamic. So we separated only in this. But for a normal subject, we take it together. Something like that. Yeah.
Mas Samrul, apakah menjawab pertanyaannya? Nggak apa-apa kalau belum mungkin bisa saya jelaskan lagi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad. I think it's enough for the answer because we are thinking to spend time to mungkin untuk menghemat waktu mungkin bisa diserahkan ke teman yang lainnya yang ingin bertanya juga.
Terima kasih.
Thank you so much.
Oke, untuk penanya kedua silahkan.
Okay, good morning. So my name is Asti from 2021 A class. And before I ask a question, it's really an honor to meet all of you in here. And I would like to thank faculty and also the major to support us to facilitate and brings you to inspire and broaden our insight. And from the discussion session before, I've learned that the education system from the Egypt and also Palestine and French, and we know that the education will be maximized with the collaboration support between the teacher and then the parents and society and also the student itself. And especially in the implementation of our curriculum in Indonesia, it is independent curriculum with the differential based learning. And as a future teacher, and hopefully I can be a future lecturer too, I do believe there's a lot of potential educator here and already realize about the importance of full support of each part of before I mentioned there are teacher, society, and also the parents too, to support and to enhance the quality of education. And but unfortunately in Indonesia, I see that there's still a lack of education support, especially from parents, because of several reasons like low economic problem and also an old school culture in Indonesia. And my question is goes to all of you. And how do you see the effect of parents' support in the effectiveness of education in your country? Is that clear? I think that's all for me. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thanks for your question. I want to tell you about how the parents in Palestine they are supporting our children for learning more and educate more. So, for example, I want to talking about myself. Yeah. My parents they always like supporting me for learning and going to the school. Yeah. They always give me advice for if you are studying and you get success, you will be successful in the future. Yeah. And you should study for your future. Yeah. And that made me like interesting about know more about my life, and they advise me for they say to me like the education can make you know more things about the life, not just you get some science and you keep it in your mind. Yeah, can you give that science and that information for the another, and you can help another people by your education. Yeah. For example, if you are study a doctor, you can helping who's the poor people for give them the healthcare or something like that. For example, if you are engineering and teacher also, that you can help another people, and that's what always my parents advise me for the education. How is the education important for our life and our future? Yeah, that's the answer. I think it's,
Okay, thank you. And how about Miss?
okay, thank you.
Jadi in my country, mereka teacher and parent kerja bersama. Jadi teachernya di school aja, jadi dia assist kamu atau kasih banyak tugas. Okay, jadi ketika kamu balik ke rumah, ibu saya tanya, kamu melakukan apa hari ini di sekolah? Ada tugas atau enggak? Ayo, mari kita melakukan bersama seperti ini. Jadi, tapi ibu aku keras. Jadi dia bilang, apa kalau kamu tidak melakukan tugas ini, kamu akan punish. Kamu tidak ada free time, something like this. Dulu ibu aku sebelum saya datang ke Indonesia, dia tidak mau aku datang ke Indonesia untuk lanjut. Okay, soalnya aku perempuan. Tapi ketika dia lihat aku mau ini, jadi dia encourage aku biar aku lanjut. Karena dia mungkin dia bilang future aku nanti akan lebih baik kalau aku tidak lanjut seperti ini. Jadi ini every parent harus encourage their daughter or semua anak. Oleh karena gitu they push them to the next future or the helpful people, something like this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss. I'm really amazed with your speaking, Indonesian speaking. It's really fluent. And how about you, Mr. and friends? And based on your experience, maybe?
So, but if you want for me, oh yeah. If you want for me, since the beginning, the school is free. So until the university, I never paid. So to the support for parents, they say, Papa, go, it's free, so I don't spend money, it's okay for me, if you go. And even if you want the material we use, most of the time in school in France, we use, so we have our book, so we have the piece of paper, and next to that for each field, mathematics, historia, geography, bahasa French, English, we have book. And every time if you want is the old people, so for example the people who was in the 6th grade before us, who give the book to us. So we take back the book of the people who was just before us. And after for the university, most of the people, a lot of people receive scholarship. Me, I receive scholarship of, so if you want the average of salary in Francis is around 20 juta. 20 juta. And me,
UMR itu ya. UMR, upah minimumnya, the minimum payment is 20 juta.
the minimum, the SMIC, but the name is SMIC is 20 juta. 20 juta. And net, not good. 20 juta. And every month, a lot of mahasiswa can receive scholarship. So how to receive the scholarship? Before starting the year, you go on the special website from French government and you put the salary of your parents. Okay, the salary of Ibu, the salary of Ayah, and you give the piece of paper, the evidence to prove the salary. And depend of the salary, they can give, so the scholarship starts at 2 juta, until 10 juta. So there is different scale of scholarship. So if you really need, if you are not able to follow the class, you will receive scholarship. Sometimes there is equality of chance in France. It's very specific in every case. But if you need, you receive scholarship. I know some of my friends who receive scholarship of 10 juta per bulan. And so 10 juta per bulan with other help from the government is enough to live. So every time is enough to live. You can study. Sometimes you don't eat a lot, but you can study easily.
Okay, I see. Thank you. So, I think that the support is not only from by the teacher and also the family and in the society, but it's also the government have a big, yes.
Sorry, I just remind me something.
Uh-huh.
If you want, in France, there is too much people who, like me, who go in the university. So in France, there is a lot of job. So for example, there is a lot of rumah makan. There is a lot of people who work in the building who search people. And for example, my nenek, every time she said to me, "Why you go in the university? There is a lot of easy work, and you will get the same salary." So in France, there is too much people who go in the tertiary field. So the tertiary, I mean the service. So for example, teacher, journalist. There is too much journalists. But there is not enough people in rumah makan, people in the building. So most of the time, sometimes my grandmother say to me, "Why you bothering yourself to make study? You can win the same salary if you go there." So different society.
Okay, it's really interesting, and thank you so much for the answer. I really satisfied, and I think that we are all get new insights from you. And thank you so much for the opportunity.
Silakan untuk para penanya selanjutnya. Please next, okay. Silahkan Mbak. Khusus untuk Ibu Hajar ya, dia lebih fasih menggunakan bahasa Indonesia saja ya. Oke, silahkan. Ya, sebutkan namanya dulu Mbak.
Okay, thank you. First of all, my name is Ria Rizky Syaputra Ifadila, and I'm from 2022 class A. In Indonesia, we have school from children have disability. So, what about the education obligation in your country about for children with disability, or in Indonesia we have an inclusive education. That it means we support disability children to have a better and have a better education and not just stay at home. So what about the obligation in your country about the children have disability? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So for the education for the children, it's we know it's important for the children because from the education the children learn how to live. Yeah. And the education can teach the children, like we can mention the important thing about the education for the children. It's teaching the children how to respect each other, yeah, and that's the important thing for teaching the children, yeah, and teaching the children also how to live. Yeah, I mean like the children, it's not like us, yeah, because they need someone to like someone to help them for know how to live, yeah, how to talking with the people, how to speak the people, how to be polite, yeah. So that's what I think about the important thing for the education for the children. And you know, the children, they are born, and the first teacher for the children also is the mom, yeah. So the mom who is the first teacher for the children, and always the children take the language from the mom and learning everything from the mom, yeah, because the children always or the kids always close to their mom, yeah, and for the children can learning how to write, how to read. That's important thinking for we have like smart children or we have like they know about the life. Yeah, that's the what I think about the education for the children. Thank you.
Yeah. In my country, there is a lot of people yang tidak bisa lihat. Ya, jadi mereka punya specific school juga untuk membuat mereka bagaimana mereka bisa baca, writing, dan juga kita yang tidak punya apa-apa, alhamdulillah, bantu mereka juga. Jadi kerja bersama-sama juga.
Jadi orang umum pun tidak hanya suatu organisasi atau lembaga yang bisa membantu mereka atau special education school, but the common people can help them.
Ya, karena teacher yang mengajar mereka normal.
Oh.
Ya, jadi ada specific treatment for them.
Oh.
Something like this, ya.
Untuk anak-anak yang berkebutuhan khusus, for
Yeah.
the special children. But the teacher have the qualification to help them.
Yeah, they already learned this in university.
Okay. That is orthopedagogic or something else. I do not know. When you talking, usually audience, all of them, most of them are laughing.
Yeah.
Mungkin lucu kamu pasti.
But thank you for your question. After your question is very a big trap, because I was lucky to be the last, because I take my time to watch statistics, to see what is the situation in France. Because I'm not teacher. Sometimes I don't know. So if you want, in France, I just have the statistic in front of me. There is 75% mahasiswa, disabled mahasiswa who are in the school with, who are in the same school. So they are not in specific schools. So if you want, in every building, I know that because my father, ayahku adalah technician. So kapan kamu technician, there is a lot of control, and so there is people check if the building where you work is enough good to welcoming disabled people. So in France, if you don't make good building for disabled people, you get malus, you lose money. So, for example, my father, he make different kind of place, and he make one arena. That was little arena for classic concert, for example, to play Vivaldi or something like this. And there is good infrastructure, but not enough. So the building gets malus. Get malus. Oh, but it's not enough good. We want next year when we come back, there is more lifts, more space for disabled people. Because even if you want on the medicine, and I talk about the medicine because I was dengan satu temanku pergi ke Indonesia, tinggal ke Indonesia, and she was shocked because on the medicine pills on the package, it is right in braille. No, in braille, you know, when you are blind, it is so the on the packaging, all the packaging, it is right in braille. So it's one of the difference, but I go on other statistics. It is right, 66% of primary school receive disabled people, 90% of junior school receive disabled people, 82 high school receive disabled people. So after if the disability of the mahasiswa is too much strong, he will go on specific building. And you are lucky. My mother before worked there, so I can speak more about that. And my mother was on the social field, still in the social field, still in the social area, and her with a lot of people take care about the disabled people, but not the disabled with a wheelchair. I mean the disabled. So, for example, if they have problem with the brain, and I don't know how to say it in bahasa Inggris, but so for example, they take care, they make different activity, and but there is still a lot of work to do to get more inclusivity. Thank you.
Terima kasih atas jawabannya. Thank you for the answers or keynote speakers. And we're going to this next session. We open for the 3 questions. Please raise your hand. Maybe from postgraduate program asking a question. It's okay if you use Indonesians. I will help to translate to them, and Ibu Hajar bisa berbahasa Indonesia dengan fasih, langsung saja bisa berbahasa Indonesia. Silakan, mungkin. Oh, silakan. Di pojok kiri saya, silakan berdiri, Mbak. Sebutkan namanya dulu ya, Mbak.
My name is Alfiana Putri from undergraduate program elementary teacher education. It's really an honor I can speak and ask question in front of you. And I would like to ask about the standardized of evaluation. As we know, in each curriculum have different standard of evaluation. Those standard of evaluation for each country are also different. For example, in Indonesia, we have formative assessment in the end of learning process. And how about in your country based on your experience? Can my question be understandable clearly?
You asked about how the exam system, like, for example, like we have like 2 semesters, and in the first semester we have some kind of assignment, and we have the midterm exam, and we have the final exam. It's almost same with the education system in Indonesia. So yeah, I think there's nothing different between the examination system between Indonesia and Palestine. So yeah, the assignment, a lot of assignment also, and midterm and final exam. Yeah, just like that.
Di Egypt sama seperti di Indonesia, tapi yang beda karena setiap bulan ada exam. Biar teacher tahu kamu sudah paham yang dia sudah mengerjakan atau belum. Jadi, dan kasih assignment juga. Ya, jadi kasih assignment biar dia tahu hari ini kamu sudah paham yang dia sudah mengerjakan atau tidak. Ya.
And my turn? Yes. Yeah. In France, for all different steps of school, so the elementary school, junior school, high school, at the end there is common exam. So for all the friends, all the people in the same time, in the same grade, will pass the same exam. So at the end of every step of elementary school and junior school and high school. And so after the teacher of every school will manage how he wants the schedule. Just the mission is to success the exam at the end of elementary school, at the end of junior school, at the end of high school. Because at the end, we have all the students in France, we have all the same exam. So we have the teacher manage how he wants. It depends on every school. I cannot make a specific answer. Sorry.
Ya. Terima kasih atas pertanyaannya. Thank you for the questions. And maybe, thank you. Yes. Number 2 and number 3.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Aziza from Elementary Teachers Education 2021 CFLEX. As far I know, there's smart school concept in several countries. A school that has ICT labs, classroom with interactive boards, and where teachers use multimedia as AI or robotic tools. And for teaching, as it is ideally considered a smart school. And the whole school use existing modern technology. So my question is, there any smart school concept in your country? Thank you.
Okay. I'm healthy, Brother Ahmed. Did you still know the condition of the Palestinian now? In still in war, an occupation of Israeli. So they do not have a smart school or something like that. It's become oppression of Israeli state. Now until now, the Palestinians is still not free, still not independent now. So sorry for that, Brother Ahmed. Say like that one. So sorry for the Palestinian cannot say anything. Now we're going to Egyptian. Ini bahasa Indonesia saja kalau ini ya.
Okay, for public school, because they don't have much money to pay for smart code, so it's not provided for public school. Okay, because karena yang ikut public school orang miskin kan, jadi untuk international student or international school have like smart code, and also now the government provides the public school about the laptop. So every student who already enters public school provides them with laptop. So they can do searching while the teacher menjelaskan sesuatu, something like this. Yeah.
Katanya pertanyaan surprise katanya Mbak.
But as you know, as I explained to you, the school is free. So if you want the material will be no so fancy as in Indonesia. There is less to for me. I make 3 university. I make 3 university. One in my hometown. The other one that was an exchange program in Romania, Bucharest, and the other one was in the south of the France. And as the school is free, so if you want, the class is just one teacher who speak is magistral class, and even the material of for example, the camera, or I don't know, in my school that was less good than NSA. not still alive, no? No, the material is not the same. As we don't pay, the school has less money. Thank you, Aziza. Another question.
How about the technology, sophisticated technology in school, in universities, maybe? Because France is very high technology in the world. One of the famous, one of the technology in the world. And they have
I would like to answer to you, really, but me, my field was human science,
oh,
and human science you just speak.
okay.
In human science, you in social science, human science, you just need to speak between each other. You don't need robots between us. So we don't need a lot of those. After it's depend. I try to know about what my friend do, but even no, I never ask. I never ask. So maybe there is good course for engineering or things like that, but I don't know because it's not my subject.
Like a teaching tool, for example. Like in what the teaching tool there.
But for example, me, as I explained to you, I'm in social science, and just the teacher come, he say hello, he open the laptop, he turn on the laptop, he take the HDMI cable, he put the HDMI cable inside the laptop, he show the size, and he speak.
Oh.
And that's all. That's all. It's worth it. We just did we need fancy what the teacher will say to us. For example, you will read this book, this book, this book, this book for the semester. But for me, in my area in
Social.
social science, I don't need fancy. Or, and even I'm not very good with technology, so better for me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think I just want to add more information because actually there is no question for me. I can understand it because I do believe all of you are, all the participants are from Indonesia and you know clearly about the education system in Indonesia. So there's no question for me, but I just want to add more because, yeah, today is a very interesting topic because we have 4 countries here from 3 continents, Asia, Europe, and Africa, and we learn many interesting topics. And regarding Aziza's questions about smart school system, I give the acronym or the abbreviations is SMSC, right? Because actually I'm the advisor of her proposal, so she's joining a competition. I think it's in Bali, right? From the university in Bali, and yeah, like 3 days ago we had a meeting, online meeting, discussing about this. So I think the concept of smart school here is a very good education ecosystem that mostly will depends on the technology, both in teaching and learning process and also in the management of the school. Here we also have Puhita as special in the management of the school. So maybe I can suggest you one book. There's the author of the book is David Perkins. David Perkins with his book Smart Schools from Training Memories to Educating Minds. So he mentioned in his book that there are 3 characters of the concept of smart schools. So they are informed, energetic, and thoughtful. So informed that both teachers, students, and also even the administrative should understand clearly
the human minds and also the structure of the school and also how the school works. And the second is energetic. And so smart school could grow the positive energy to the structure of the school and also the administrative system and also the treatment both to students and teachers. The last one is thoughtful. So thoughtful, it means that it should be a friendly, caring school. It should be a place full of affection that the community in the school can care each other and they can treat each other fairly, something like that. Yeah, maybe you can add more reference on from that book. Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. You asked about the smart school. Could you tell me how what kind of quality the smart school can give for the education? And what's the difference between the smart school and the international school? Yeah. And the third question, the smart school can make smart students? Yeah, that's my question.
Oke, terima kasih banyak atas pertanyaannya. Oke, sebenarnya di sini untuk konsep dari smart school sendiri yang diharapkan sendiri adalah dia itu bisa menerapkan teknologi-teknologi yang ada seperti memanfaatkan teknologi pada transformasi industri 5.0. Nah, sehingga teknologi-teknologi ini yang diterapkan pada sekolah-sekolah ini diharapkan bisa lebih menunjang adanya pembelajaran-pembelajaran yang ada di sekolah-sekolah, begitu.
Tadi kan kamu bilang itu teknologi yang bisa membantu mahasiswa atau murid itu yang di sekolah buat kayak itu bisa bikin smart school gitu ya. Tapi menurut aku itu bukan cuma teknologi ya, karena waktu saya sekolah saya masih ingat waktu saya di sekolah itu ya ada kayak pelajaran teknologi itu di sekolah tentang gimana memakaikan komputer gitu, terus gimana kamu bisa pakai komputer, gimana kamu bisa pakai Microsoft Office gitu, Word, Excel gitu. Dan menurut aku bukan cuma teknologi, maksudnya itu sistemnya gimana yang bisa bikin smart school itu smart school. Sistem apa yang bikin smart school itu smart school. Paham?
Terima kasih banyak sebelumnya. Sistem yang bisa membuat smart school itu menjadi dikatakan standar dari sekolah. Jadi sistem yang mungkin di sini bisa saya jelaskan adalah baik penyajian dari materi-materi ataupun media-media pembelajaran yang bisa mendukung adanya pembelajaran. Di sanalah mungkin bisa dimunculkan teknologi di mana teknologi ini dapat mendukung adanya pembelajaran dari peserta didik itu sendiri, begitu.
Tapi menurut aku itu smart school itu enggak berfungsi, ya. Bisa itu misalnya international school itu karena ya kita bikin international school untuk mahasiswa yang misalnya orang luar tinggal di Indonesia, jadi mereka minta international school karena mereka nggak bisa bahasa Indonesia misalnya. Nah, tapi itu smart school menurut aku tuh nggak berfungsi, ya. Yang penting itu sistem pendidikan itu gimana, ya. Gimana kasih ilmunya, gimana komunikasi itu murid-murid sama gurunya, gitu, ya. Makasih ya.
Terima kasih kembali. Merci beaucoup.
kasih. Ini ya, eh, ini penanya terakhir ini ya, dari sesi terakhir juga. Silakan Mbak.
Okay, this is probably the last question. And after all this question and answer session, maybe okay, based on all the speaker experience from Palestine, Egypt, and France, did you find any interesting things or maybe new insight from elementary school in Indonesia that maybe someday we could implement it in your country? And also for Mr. Ricky, after after all this question and answer session, maybe did you find any new insight from the other country that maybe we could implement it here in Indonesia? I will speak in bahasa. Jadi setelah question and answer sesi tadi, mungkin dari para speaker from Palestine, Egypt, and France menemukan ada hal baru atau pemandangan baru dari.
Mbak, ini saya dipotong sama Hajar, sudah paham makanya.
Okay, thank you.
About the Indonesian system or Indonesian education system, that's the thing what will make me interesting about the education system in Indonesia. How you can for the high school called SMA, yeah. So they make you specialize before you start your college. So what you want to be in the future, you can learning before you starting your college or your university. Yeah, that's the good thing for make a good future. Yeah, should teach the children what you want to be in the future. Yeah, and that's what I like about the Indonesian system. Thank you.
Ya, bagi saya akan menjelaskan tentang waktu aku sekolah, bukan di Universitas Brawijaya. Jadi yang beda dengan negara saya dan Indonesia, yang ini menarik. Di sini mereka membuat kamu more independent in yourself. Jadi kalau di negara saya, kalau aku masih di fakultas, dosen-dosen yang menjelaskan semua. Aku tidak presentasi, aku tidak punya melakukan apapun. Tapi di sini kamu setiap minggu harus ada presentasi. Jadi kamu yang menjadi teacher, not student. Ini yang menarik menurut saya. Jadi waktu saya datang di sini, aku merasa ini sulit untuk aku karena di negara saya, aku tidak melakukan presentasi setiap hari atau bagaimana aku presentasi. Tapi kalau di sini, aku sudah belajar dari mana aku bisa presentasi dan ini fungsi yang bagus untuk nanti ketika saya balik di negara, aku akan melakukan ini juga biar membuat orang more independent in themselves, bukan untuk teacher ini atau ini. Ya, hanya ini. Ya, thank you.
Setiap hari jadi presentasi ya Bu Hajar ya, makanya bahasa Indonesia setiap minggu presentasi, makanya bahasa Indonesia lancar sekali. Saya setiap hari juga bisa bahasa Arab dalam sholat tadi Bu ya. Ini yang kalau bikin orang ketawanya. Silakan Bapak Baptis.
So what I appreciate after I just visit one elementary school. I don't know how to work every school in Indonesia, but in the school I visit, I really appreciate the fact with the extracurricular, for example, the fact they make sport during the afternoon, and they get the choice with a lot of activity, dance, badminton, football.
Lihat di sekolah mana itu Baptis? What school that you observe? What school? The name of the school that you observe?
Esdog.
Oh.
Esdog Gomorong, something like this. And the other fact I appreciate is like all of you, is the fact of independence. So for example, sometimes the teachers say, okay, so we will manage we will schedule an activity, for example, market day. We will manage the market day in 2 weeks on Friday. And every class will make cooking. And so I was really shocked because every student, every pupils manage everything. They manage the cooking, they manage the business, the size, so and give back the money. So it's kind of initiative to go to there because for teacher, just imagine it's a lot of work. Just imagine if something bad happen. So for teacher, it's a lot of work to make this kind of activity. But the teacher make a lot of this kind of activity. So I really appreciate this kind of activity. Sorry, I repeat a lot of myself, but I repeat a lot of the same word. But yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
My
Mas
turn.
Rifan.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for my first question. I will try to answer. So, talking about the new insights, right? What can we learn from today's? So, as I mentioned before, talking about education, mostly education is determined by many factors. The culture of the country, politics, socioeconomics, and we cannot, like say, make the same from one country to another country, but I believe we learn from the good. First, for sure, we know, and from knowing that we take the positive and maybe leave the negative. But talking about the first, Mr. Ahmed from Palestine, we from Indonesia, we send the greatest empathy and sympathy to you and your country for sure. We hope that it will be solved as soon as possible for sure, peacefully. And since I think Palestine and Indonesia, both of us are from the Asian countries, we share some similarities in culture, and I believe that culture will bring a lot of impact to the education itself. And from Egypt, Ms. Ali, right? How could all,
Ini
what is your like nickname?
nama saya Hagar.
Hagar.
Itu nama ayah saya.
Oh, I see. Or how about like Ibrahim? It's family name. Okay. So mostly, how people call you? Or friends or something
Only
like
Hagar.
Hagar. Okay, Ms. Hagar from Egypt. Egypt is Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And what I know from Egypt, what famous for sure, the pyramid, right? The pyramid is so famous. And the second, which I know, is Muhammad Salah, the footballers from Liverpool. He's famous, right? I think he's the icon of Egypt. Okay, so today we also learn some culture from Africa that perhaps we can implement in Indonesia. And since you showed before in the PPT that there are public schools or government schools and private schools, I think we also have here. And for the private schools, we also have religion schools, and in Indonesia we also have pesantren, mungkin MA ya seperti itu ya, atau SD ya. So we also have it
Boleh
actually.
sebutkan sesuatu? Boleh. Ya, karena kau sebutkan tentang pyramid kan, ini saya mau menjelaskan sesuatu. Egypt bukan hanya desert atau karena waktu aku datang di sini ada banyak orang yang pikir aku pergi ke sekolah naik onta. Ya, sumpah, ini aku kaget kenapa aku naik onta. Ini kita seperti normal di Indonesia. Jadi Egypt, ibu kota aku, Kairo, seperti
Kairo.
Jakarta sekarang. Oke, bukan hanya desert Basir aja. Tidak, Basir itu untuk orang yang mau berwisata. Jadi tempat wisata pyramidnya. Tapi kalau abang hidup kita seperti Indonesia. Ya, dan naik unta itu untuk tempat wisata, bukan pasti aku tidak pergi naik unta dari sekolah ke rumah. Ini akan aku mungkin meninggal sampai ya, ini yang aku mau sebutkan karena ada pikiran yang salah tentang orang Mesir naik unta. Ya.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So camel and Indonesia we have horse, right? Ada kuda. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Hakar. And from France, Mr. Baptiste, since France is a Europe country, and I think there are also some differences in culture between Asian, Europe, and African countries. And for sure, not all that what happened or what was implemented in France can be implemented in Indonesia because we have our own point of view, for sure, from the religion and from Pancasila and so on and so forth. When you are talking before that there is no obligatory to learn about religion at school, right? I think it cannot happen in Indonesia because it's a mandatory subject here. So, but what is good, maybe when you say about OEDC and France got the rank of 25, maybe that's what we can learn from you and your country. But again, you also say the numbers hide something. Yeah, for sure. There's always something hidden in every rank. I can understand that maybe the rank is only from some good school. They hide some perspective or some I don't say bad, but some undeveloped schools. Yeah, yeah, it's average. Okay, yeah. So maybe that's what I can say to all the participants. That yeah, we learn from the good. We take the lessons and the benefits from the good. But what is not appropriate to our culture, for sure, we should. We just know it, but I believe we just put it aside. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you for all the speakers. Finally, we come to the last agenda. But before that, I would like to say a summary of this case study in Indonesia, France, Palestine, and Egypt. This international public lecture is being as a means of a comparative studies and also to carry out assessment component of each country education system. This international public lecture aims to examine differences in each education system, especially in elementary school across nations, and it will contribute education and give suggestion development of better education in each country. And for on my right in here, the Palestinian, the first Mufti, as the first man who acknowledged Indonesian independence, and also for Ibu Hajar, the Egyptian, or we call Mesir, is the first country to acknowledge the Indonesian independence also. Thank you. We have the relationship from historical, and also thank you very much for all the keynote speakers. I would like to say again for the presenters, all the audience, for the active participation. Hopefully, the international public lecture will give benefit for us. Thank you for your attention. See you later. Please give applause for the all keynote speakers. Next to the Mbak Nadia as the MC, Master of the Ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all speakers and moderator for delivering such information and insightful discussion. Before we closing the event, the next agenda is praying will be delivered by Amrul Huda. Amrul Huda, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, peace be upon to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray fervently according to our respective beliefs. Although I will guide it in Islamic religion. Let us bow our hearts together, beg for forgiveness, while hoping that our prayers are granted by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. At this time, we are gathered in the context of the International Public Lecture event organized by the Master and Doctoral Program of Elementary Education, Faculty of Education, Universitas Negeri Surabaya. We beg you, may this event always be in your blessing. Ya Allah, we ask you to bless this gathering and to make it a source of benefit for all those who attend. We ask you to guide our speakers and bless them with knowledge and wisdom. We ask you to help us to benefit from their knowledge and to apply it in our lives. Ya Allah, Ya Aziz, Ya Jabbar, we ask you to bless our university and all the educational institutions across the world. We ask you to help us to continue to pursue knowledge and use it for the betterment of ourselves and all of humanity. We ask you to forgive our sins and to accept our good deeds. We ask you to grant us success in this life and in the hereafter. Ya Allah, we ask you to bless us with ability to perform good deeds and to avoid bad deeds. We ask you to help us to remember you at all times and to be grateful for your blessings. Only to you we are devoted, and only to you we ask for help. Grant our prayer. You are all hearing and you are the most forgiving. Rabbana dhallamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Al-Fatihah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The next agenda is awarding certificate and gifts to all speakers. To all speakers can move to in front of the stage. To Mrs. Neni Mariana, PhD, Dr. Hendratno M. Hum, Mrs. Putri Rahmadiati, SPD, MPD, welcome to provide a certificate.
Satu, nanti ganti Bu Putri, terus satu. Iya, satu. Ayo. Ya, silahkan. Pak Riki dulu. Pak Riki. Yang atas dulu, wes. Yang atas dulu siapa? Abdis. Oh. Ya. Buka aja, Bu. Buka aja. Sekarang Bu. Buka aja, buka aja.
Oh, oke. Ini.
Bu.
Oh iya.
Sekalian aja. Iya, bawa kanan.
Jatuh.
It's okay. It's okay. Agak geser ke sana dong. Geser. I'm sorry. Thank you. Iya, semuanya. Pak Ulha, Bu Hita, Bu Nurul, monggo. Saya ikut boleh ya? Sekalian aja, Bu. Selesai.
Ini nggak ada gayanya.
Nggak tahu. Sudah. Saya.
Bebas. Itu. Ini sari jelek banget.
Lah iya.
Nggak apa-apa.
Nggak bisa. Nggak apa-apa. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Sudah.
Give applause to all speakers. Untuk peserta bisa berfoto bersama, tetapi di tempat duduk masing-masing nanti para speaker akan duduk di sebelah depan. Panitia mohon disiapkan foto dari atas panggung.
You can sit here.
Yeah, I just will take my paper.
Oh, bisa duduk di sana. Kita akan foto bersama ya. Panitia, foto dari atas. Enggak, yang
Panitia, silakan bisa dari atas ambil angle terbaik. Peserta yang di belakang mungkin bisa maju ke depan supaya lebih kelihatan.
Ayo, yuk duduk.
Oke, semua ready. One, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Unesa, satu langkah di depan. Distinguished guest participants, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the event. I would like to apologize. Thank you very much for joining us today and may this event give you fruitful experience. Thank you very much and see you in the next occasion. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Play lagu.
Kau coba tanyakan kembali rasa yang ku tinggal mati seperti hari kemarin saat semua di sini.
Kasih lihat sana foto sampai kok papa tinggal ngomong dewe. Ngomong dewe. Bu, ini harus tanda tangan dulu. Sebentar ya teman-teman ya, sebentar ya nak ya, sebentar. Yes, sebentar ya nak ya, sebentar. Ya, sebentar ya.
Membuka hatimu yang dulu.
Sing liyane mau cek
cerita saat bersamaku. Mungkin saja kau bukan yang dulu lagi.
Terima kasih banyak main-main ke Surabaya.
Mungkin saja rasa itu telah pergi dan mungkin bila nanti kita akan bertemu lagi. Satu pintaku jangan kau coba tanyakan kembali rasa yang ku tinggal mati seperti hari kemarin saat semua di sini.
Mas Ahmad, Pak Ahmad berdiri deh.
Mungkin bila nanti kita akan bertemu lagi. Satu pintaku jangan kau coba tanyakan kembali rasa yang ku tinggal mati seperti hari kemarin saat semua
I invite you to lab school, elementary school. Yes. Maybe Friday next week. Tidak bisa. Jadwal kosong. Jadwal kosong.
Ask me.
Oh iya. Oke. Hai.
Mình là Sang Lu. Và hôm nay thì chúng mình sẽ cùng tìm hiểu về một hoạt động cải thiện dinh dưỡng từ Ajinomoto.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Chúng ta đang có mặt ở trường tiểu học Trinh Trắc.
Tại vì là Sang cũng có con chứ.
Aku masih ada pada bisu, masih dengan perasaanku yang dahulu, tak berubah dan tak pernah berbeda. Aku masih yakin nanti aku masih di tempat ini, masih dengan setia menunggu kabarmu.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you next
Cinta membuatku kuat begini. Aku merindu, yakin kau tahu, tanpa batas waktu.
Alhamdulillah, tahu bulat, ada anak bulat, tahu bulat ya.
itu foto foto kafe SN Friends itu apa wes ayo kata-kata di YouTube sih
tetap sabar caranya gitu semangat
kata-kata hari ini semangat semester 4 masih ada semoga lulus tepat waktu lebih banyak rentang iya kata-kata hari ini Bu nanti kerendeman
doa kasih pada pacarku btw guys ini pacar aku
menyetop simpan ya
nggak tahu kalau nggak pernah kalau laptop saya lihat langsung
ya oke ya
biasanya auto menyimpan ini